Chapter 2, some points from Chapter 2 was that discourse-based grammar is important in call courses. An example would be booking a hotel. Both form and discourse-based grammar are important. So yeah, probably different percentages of form-based and discourse-based grammar would be implemented in different call courses depending on the level of the students, and combining both these features would be a good idea in a call course. Chapter 4, writing. Having models of each discourse type is very important in writing. And most of us agreed with the question proposed by either Rob or Alla about is having a model a good idea, and I think we all agreed that it is a good idea. One other aspect is call tools should be designed based on discourse type because of each type's characteristics. So if you're designing a call course, make sure you're taking the discourse type into account when you're doing that. Instant feedback is important, but it can be problematic in the call setting, especially when it comes to writing. Principles of call, I didn't find any articles summarized on that, so I won't discuss it. Moving on to writing, using synchronous online peer response in EFL writing. Teachers need to monitor interaction within a class, and the group makeup and interaction can determine success of course. The course. Peer response is very effective when monitored well. Peer response seems like it's very easy and simple, but there's more to it than meets the eye, so be sure to look into it before implementing it into a course. And then we have the article, A Design Model for Beginner Level Computer Mediated EFL Writing. This model was designed at a Japanese university, so take that into account. Conclusions based on the study was that the positions of instructors, students, and community are hard to assess, so do your best. In the positions, you're talking about the goals and the wishes and the outcomes that they're looking for. Technical assistance is very important, and in this situation there was no technical assistance, so that was another determining factor. Outcomes are different to evaluate, and all materials need to outcomes are difficult to evaluate, and all materials need to be provided by the teacher. So the results aren't easy to analyze, and once again, it's a call course, so the institution wasn't providing any books or anything, so everything had to be provided by the instructor. Automated writing is the next topic. Electronic feedback and second language writing. Automatic feedback and human feedback were both discussed in this article. Automatic feedback is very cost effective, and this is discussing more than just spell check and grammar check. It was reports of grammar errors, holistic feedback based on content, mechanical and organizational aspects of essay writing, where these were automatic feedback features that were handled. I think this is still probably being developed, so if you want to learn more about it, read the article, but definitely interesting, more than I thought computers could do. Human feedback is basically from instructors or peers, very tech focused. One feature is that the class can see everyone's work, and this motivates me. I know that, knowing that you guys are looking at my work, and it develops a sense of community, and students become more aware of community and purpose of writing. So that's also very important. Continuing with automated writing articles, beyond the design of automated writing evaluation, and the title keeps on going. This article suggests how automated writing evaluation should be used, and automated writing evaluation and its effective use depends on many elements, so be very careful. And automated writing evaluation should be used for quick scoring and to support teachers. So one thing I remember discussion talked about that it's not perfect, so make sure to just use it as a tool and not as the perfect answer. The last article with automated writing was the effects of computers on traditional writing. The article discussed how electronic texts are fluid and not fixed like written text on the page, meaning you can change your document and edit it and update it and adapt it however you want, whereas once something's written on the page, it's there. It's almost like it's written in stone. Computers allow interaction like never before, which is a great thing, but one issue is the value we place on electronic texts. Because everyone can create them, some people know what they're talking about and some don't, and so you need to analyze what you're reading and where it's coming from and who the author is. So, moving on to K through 12 literacy, tech and writing is the next article. There's concerns about plagiarism, concerns about computer literacy. Students showed improvement in argument development and strength in writing in this article through using computers. Students used more formal language in the technology environment, and the technological setting was very effective when combined with face-to-face discussion. So yeah, the next article is laptops and 4th grade literacy. So some points from this was that we need to use technology wisely. It's not a magic bullet. Teachers need to be well trained, and technology is only a tool, so don't use it as the total controlling classroom, whatever. Good. So the next article is learning to write in the laptop classroom. The study included 10 schools in California and Maine. Students were asked to search for and write about personal interests, which is very good. Self-assessment was possible through spell and grammar checks, etc. Not writing by hand helps some students feel better about their inhibition because they have bad handwriting that's sloppy. So writing on the computer, they could write more and be happier and more motivated about writing. And writing in technology is evolving. Some good and bad things coming up one is new technology with IMing, instant messaging, and texting. People are forgetting to capitalize, and then people are also abbreviating text and incorporating that on in their papers. And one other loophole is that we're getting very dependent and on our use of computers, so be careful about that and don't forget how to write by hand. So grammar. On to the article I summarized was context-sensitive help and call, and this is based on a website, the www.etutor.org, and what they did is they had many students use this website, and they analyzed how the students used the website or didn't use it and how they improved. Some findings were that access to help differs depending on the task, feedback type, and level of proficiency of the students. Participants relied on help more when feedback from the activity was low, and help pages that are context specific are most helpful. And overall content and quality of certain help features may also affect user rates. And keep in mind many things. So this is something I would like to design someday, but it's basically a website where when you make a mistake, the computer automatically notifies you of this mistake and can give you feedback based on your mistake and where it is and what it is. So very interesting. I wrote the author, and she actually gave me login information, so I actually logged in last night and played around, and it was very interesting to get instant feedback. So very interesting stuff, and let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you liked the video summary, and that's it. Talk to you guys on ecollege later this week.